rough around the edges.
Thanks bro. Muteல இருந்திருக்கு. நான் பேசுறதெல்லாம் கேட்கல. Thanks.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly.
This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to
bro,
use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated by humans.
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are designed that way...
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Open பண்றதில்லையா எனக்கு லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் இருக்கு.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
அவன் பேசவே மாட்டான்.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Ever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the
Okay, எல்லாத்தையும் பாருங்க.
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thought?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence.
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
லாக்ரிமோசாவும் இதுவும் வருது. லாக்ரிமோசா and கயோஸ் என்ன எடுங்க. இதுல வந்து I think இவன் வருவான்னு நினைக்கிறேன் அவன்.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha.
Aru and the Akasha? I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro...
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right?
You tell them an instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual?
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most... If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of these scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur.
அது நீங்க அவர்ட்ட தான் பேசிக்கணும்.
I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve
Guys,
her.
இந்த கதையை நான் இப்பதான் எங்கேயோ கேட்டு வந்திருக்கேன். முதலில் நாபு மாலிகட்டா வந்து காடஸ் ஆஃப் ஃப்ளவர் வந்து சுமேரு டிசெண்ட் ஆனாங்க. க்ளோரி ஆஃப் ஹெவன் அவங்ககிட்ட இருந்துச்சு. அவங்க தான் இந்த லைஃப், வாய்ஸஸ், நாலேஜ் எல்லாமே இந்த லேண்டுக்கு கொண்டு வந்தாங்க. அப்புறம் தான் ஜின்னை கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு என்லைட் பண்ணாங்க. அப்புறம் அவங்க வந்து ஒரு அவளுக்கு வேலை செய்கிற ஒரு ஆளாக இருந்தாங்க. அப்புறம் இன்னொரு ரெண்டு கடவுளும் அந்த லேண்டுக்கு வந்தாங்க. ஸோ அங்கே தான் வந்து இந்த விஸ்டம்லாம் ஃப்ளோ ஆச்சு. இந்த மூணும் மீட் பண்ணி
It was the first and greatest alliance.
அதுதான் இந்த ட்ரீயா?
We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcended both time and life. For they promised that in Sumeru, wisdom would be shared with all.
knowledge தான் guys இங்க சுமேருல.
All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath.
அது சரி. RDR 100% முடிச்சுட்டா மத்த கேம் போலாம்.
So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis, King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
2027ல திரும்பவும் வருவேன். ஏன்னா அப்பதான் ஹாரி பாட்டர் சீரிஸ் ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது.
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for what he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, and that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom, Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the three questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, who's in charge again?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, close. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
அவ்வளவுதான், அதுக்கு மேலலாம் நான் பார்க்கல.
Where did this come from?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that this is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the...
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
பத்தாவதா? என்னமா அது?
Come at me.
என்னடா பண்ணணும்?
Obelisks were
பார்த்தேன், but
used to
எனக்கு ஸ்டார்ட்
record
பண்றதுக்குலாம்
important
ஐடியா இல்ல.
information in the ancient desert civilization.
அதுலயும் நான்
Hey,
கிட்டத்தட்ட
I'll
ஒரு
hate
50
them.
மணி
There's
நேரம்
some
story
writing here I'll need
முடிக்கணும்.
you
50
to
மணி நேரம்
decipher.
கூடவே ஸ்டோரி முடிக்கணும். ஸோ அதனால அதை நான் அப்படியே ட்ராப் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஊவா வந்து
I've
No,
sent
no.
it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private...
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now. Yeah. Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, ஜூன் 2 ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் பிளே வருது, சம்மர் ஃபெஸ்ட் வருது, நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வருது. நிண்டெண்டோக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு தனி ஈவெண்ட் நடத்துகிறாங்க. இது போக ஐ ஹோப் ராக்ஸ்டார் ஒரு தனி ஈவெண்ட் நடத்துவாங்கன்னு நம்புகிறேன். ஏன்னா நேற்று கன்ஃபார்ம் ஆயிருக்கு திரும்பவும் நவம்பர் ரிலீஸு, சம்மர்லேருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோன்னு. அடுத்த மாதத்துலேருந்து இந்த அடுத்த மாதம் கேப்பில் மிட்டில் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஒரு ஈவெண்ட் நடத்துவாங்க ஃபார் கேம் பிளே, ட்ரெய்லர்ஸ், ப்ரைஸ், மார்க்கெட்டிங் எல்லாமே.
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
பார்த்தேன் ப்ரோ, சூப்பராக இருக்கான். நிறைய படத்தோட ரெஃபரன்ஸும் கேமோட ரெஃபரன்ஸும் வச்சு சூப்பராக வந்திருக்கான்.
Can we delete them?
பட் 4000 கிட்ட கேம்ன்றது
I'd
கொஞ்சம்
say so.
காஸ்ட்லியாக தெரியல.
Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're
எல்லாரையுமே
right.
உள்ள திணிச்சிருக்காங்க.
Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby.
அதே தான் ப்ரோ, ஃபுல்லாக உல்வரின் கேம் தான் மோஸ்ட்டாக காட்டுவாங்க ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் பிளேல. ஐ ஹோப் இந்த ஃபேபிள் இதெல்லாம் காட்டுவாங்க நம்புகிறேன். ஏன்னா போன ஆட்டம் காட்டியிருந்தாங்க. அப்புறம் காட் ஆஃப் வார் பற்றி ஏதாவது ஒன்று வரும்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்குறேன். அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு குட்டி டீசர் ஆகுது. ஏன்னா அவன் போன ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் பிளேலே சொல்லியிருந்தான் அடுத்தடுத்த ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் பிளேல உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது அடுத்தடுத்த இதில் வந்து நம்ம மீட் பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னு இருந்தான். ஸோ அதனால் அதை பற்றி எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுறேன். அப்புறம் பீஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இன்கார்கனைசேஷன் ஒரு கேம் இருக்குது, அந்த கேம் பற்றி வரும்னு எதிர்பார்க்குறேன். அது போக GTA 6 இதில் வராது. GTA 6க்கு தனி ஈவெண்ட்டு தான் வைப்பான். என்ன இருக்கு பார்ப்போம். ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, பணம் இல்லை, மனம் இருந்தா.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains
Is it important?
some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
PlayStation பாத்தீங்களா, கடந்த 2 மாசமா நல்ல நல்ல கேமா கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கான். FC26 கொடுத்தான், RDR இப்போ வந்து அந்த இதில் ஆட் பண்ணிட்டான். எல்லாமே வந்து மாஸ் காட்டிக்கிட்டு இருக்கான் PlayStation. பட் என்னன்னா பிரைஸையும் கூட்ட போறானா.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths.
Yeah, main game out.
Still,
Control 2.
The artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Control 2 வருது. அப்புறம் அந்த சைலண்ட் ஆஃப் தி ஹில் அந்த இது வருது. ஹிடியோ கோஜிமாவோட நியூ கேம் வருது. எல்லாத்தையும் காட்டுவான்னு நம்புறேன்.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary?
அது தேவையாடா?
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a...
பாத்து ப்ரோ பைரட் ஷிப் நீங்க கரெக்ட்டா பண்ணுவீங்கன்னு நம்புறேன். ஏன்னா நிறைய பேருக்கு இப்போ ஏதோ
that should just about do it.
வீடியோலாம் பார்த்தேன். ஆமாம் ப்ரோ கோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் யோட்டாயில இருந்து அத ஆரம்பிக்க போறேன்
It
அப்படினு
meets the
சொல்லிருக்காங்க.
requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling. This
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ
cross between
FC26
reality and the
கிளைம் பண்ண
intangible.
விட்டுருந்தான். ஸோ அதை நீங்கள் கிளைம் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா எப்போ வேணாலும் விளாண்டுக்கலாம். FC26 ஆன்லைன் போகணுன்னா அஃப்கோர்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு இது தேவை. பட் எப்படினாலும் ஃப்ரீ தானே.
It's like drifting between life and death.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense.
ப்ளஸ் RDR2
Definitely a
அந்த
novel
இதில் கொண்டு
experience.
வந்துட்டான். முன்னாடிலாம் காசு கொடுத்து வாங்குற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ வந்து நார்மலாக அந்த பாஸ் அந்த பாஸ்லேயே கொண்டு வந்துட்டான். 300 ரூபா போட்டிங்கன்னா சரி RDR விளாண்டுக்கலாம், ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கூட ஆன்லைன் போய்க்கலாம், எல்லாமே பண்ணிக்கலாம். சூப்பராக கொண்டு வந்துட்டான்.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
ஆக்சுவலாக ஹீ நீட்ஸ் டு ப்ரொடியூஸ் மோர் கேம் ப்ரோ. காட் ஆஃப் வார் ஓகே, பட் இன்னும் நிறைய கேம் அவன் கொண்டு வரணும். காட் ஆஃப் வார் எக்கச்சக்க கேம் கொண்டு வரணும்.
That won't happen.
அவன்கிட்ட கேம் PS5ல ரொம்ப கம்மி.
Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
பார்த்துக்கோங்க.
All right.
பர்சனலி
I'd
நான்
better
யூஸ்
keep
பண்ண
my wits
மாட்டேன்.
about me
பட்
then.
நான் ஏதோ ஒரு வீடியோலாம் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தேன். அதில் ஏதோ அவங்களுக்குலாம் பிசி ஏதோ போகுது, ஏதோ மைண்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படி இப்படிலாம் பார்த்தேன். ஸோ ஹெட்ஸ்அப்பாக வச்சுக்கோங்க பார்த்து. இது 2 hours
Traveler
பண்ணுவேன்.
from
மிச்சம் ஒரு
afar,
1.5 மணி நேரம்
do
இல்லை 2 hours
you
வந்து
worry
நாளைக்கு
for
தான்
the
பண்ணுவேன்.
fate of Sumeru as
டேஸ்
well?
கான் சீக்வலை அப்படியே விட்டுட்டான் சோனி. அதெல்லாம் நல்ல கேம் ப்ரோ. அதோட மெக்கானிசம்லாம் சூப்பர் மெக்கானிசம். இப்போ வர்ற கேம்லயே அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கேமோட மெக்கானிசம், அன்சார்ட்டடோட மெக்கானிசம் அதுதான் இருக்கு. இவங்க புதுசாக ஒரு இனோவேட்டிவா எதுவுமே கொண்டு வர மாட்டாங்க. அப்போ அது விளையாடும் போது சூப்பராக இருந்திருக்கும். ஆனால் இப்போ பார்த்தா இது அந்த மெக்கானிசம்ல இது இந்த மெக்கானிசம்ல அப்படின்னு தான் யோசிக்க தோணுது தவிர ஒரு செம இனோவேட்டிவா இப்போ வந்து ஒரு மெக்கானிசம் பெஸ்டா இருக்கு அப்படிலாம் சொல்லவே முடியாது. That I speak.
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kus.
Sounds like you really care about...
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both
Concern and
concern
curiosity
and...
that
Speaking of Nihida, Paimon was wondering.
Wait a moment.
What is...
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nihida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history
எங்க
between her
கிங்குக்கும்
and
அவளோட
our king?
பத்திக்கும் I'm
The
not.
story begins a
ரொம்ப
long
வருஷத்துக்கு
time
முன்னாடி
ago.
அல்லாமார் வந்து
Al-Ahmar was always a wishful thinker where the Dendro dragon was concerned. Without consulting her, he decided to list her among the 7 pillars and declared his own power to be far superior to hers.
அவனை கேட்காம 7 பில்லர்ஸ் இந்த இவங்களை கொண்டு வந்து அவங்களுக்கு ஓன் பவர் கொடுத்து அவளோட சுப்பீரியர்
That was
ஆக்கிட்டாங்க.
when our king was at the height of his power. Ibis Goti and I were no match for him. And so we chose to submit and serve as his ministers. But not Apep. To Apep, Al-Ahmar's pride and sense of superiority were nothing but ignorance and hubris.
உண்மையிலே ப்ரோ
In fact, they
ஆக்சுவலா
fought
அந்த
numerous
கேம்
times.
எனக்கு
But
நிறைய பேர்
usually the
ஸ்பைடர்மேன்
battle
வாங்க.
ended in a
ஆனா
draw.
எனக்கு வந்து ஆர்கம் நைட் சீரிஸ்ல இருக்கிற சூப்பர் ஹீரோ கேம் தான் பெஸ்ட் சூப்பர் ஹீரோ கேம் டில் நவ். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கேம் ஸ்டோரி வைஸ்லயும் சரி கேம் பிளே வைஸ்லயும் சரி ஹி இஸ் த பீக். அப்புறம் தான் இந்த ஸ்பைடர்மேன் எல்லாம் வர்றது. எனக்கு அவன் தான் பீக்.
In the end, King Deshret coveted the power of Celestia, only to end up corrupted by knowledge. His final act was to trick the dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of it. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded.
ஃபைட்டு சூப்பராக இருக்கும். ஸ்டோரி அது ப்ரோ ஆக்சுவலாக ஸ்பைடர்மேனில் அந்த ஒன்ல இருந்த ஸ்டோரி பேட்மேன் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். பேட்மேன் அதில் நைட்டில் வந்து இருக்கிற எல்லா வில்லனும் அன்னைக்கு பிரேக் அவுட் ஆகிடுவாங்க. அந்த நைட்டுக்குள்ளே பேட்மேன் எல்லாத்தையும் சமாளித்து எல்லாத்தையும் திரும்ப உள்ளே கொண்டு வந்து சிட்டியை வந்து பேக் டு கண்ட்ரோல் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு கொண்டு வரணும். எல்லா வில்லைங்களும் எல்லா சைட்ல இருந்து அடிப்பானுங்க அட் அ டைம். ஒரே நைட்டில் நடக்கிற ஸ்டோரி. இந்த சைட்ல இருந்து அவன் அடிப்பான், அந்த சைட்ல இருந்து இவன் அடிப்பான், இது பக்கத்தா இதுக்கு ஜோக்கர் வேற லூஸ்தனமா பண்ணுவான். எல்லா சைட்ல இருந்து அடிப்பான். பேட்மேன் பிளானை போட்டு எல்லாத்தையும் தடுப்பான். அதுல இருக்க கேட்ஜெட்ஸு எல்லாமே சூப்பரா இருக்கும். அதுல நம்ம ஓட்டுற அந்த வெஹிக்கிள்ஸ் அந்த எல்லாமே தாறு மாறா இருக்கும். 2015ல அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கேம் பண்றதெல்லாம் டாப் நாச்.
And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed.
இந்த லாக்டவுனுக்கு
It
அப்புறம்
makes
இங்க
one
எதுவுமே பண்ணல ப்ரோ.
wonder
காசு
whether
மணி மேக்கிங் மைண்ட் தான்
perhaps the
ஆயிட்டாங்க.
Dendro
குவாலிட்டியே தான்
Archon
ரொம்ப
assisted
கம்மி
her
பண்றாங்க.
in the past.
2020ல இருந்து இந்த 2026 வரைக்கும் இப்போ வரைக்கும்
Yep, Nahida did her a
ஸ்டுடியோ
huge
நல்ல கேம்
favor.
கொடுத்துட்டு தான் இருக்கான். பட் இவங்க சோனி சைடுல இருந்து ஐ அம் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங் மோர்.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, Apep knows kindness when she sees it.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself.
ஃபைனல் பாஸா ஞாபகத்துக்கு வருதா?
How ironic.
நான் அது லைவே போட்டிருப்பேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆஸ்ட்ரோபாட்லாம் ரொம்ப ஓவர் ரேட்டட். அது நிறைய பேருக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு கூட வச்சுக்கோங்க. அது மெஜாரிட்டி ஆஃப் ஆடியன்ஸ் வந்து அதை பிடிச்சிருக்காங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. பட் இவங்க கம்பேரிசன் ஜூரிஸ் எப்படி பண்ணாங்கன்றது தெரியல. ஏன்னா அதிகமான பேருக்கு பிடிச்ச மாதிரி பண்ணுவாங்களா இல்லை குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் கேமுக்கு பண்ணுவாங்களா எனக்கு தெரியல. எனக்கு கேம் அவார்ட் வந்து பிளாக் வித் ஊக்காங்க தான் கொடுத்துருக்கணும். ஆஸ்ட்ரோபாட் ஓகே எல்லாருக்குமே பிடிச்சிருக்கும், சின்ன குழந்தைங்களாம் அட்ராக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கும், ஃபைன். பட் ஒரு ஜட்ஜாக இருந்துட்டு எப்படி நீ வந்து அதிக பேருக்கு பிடிச்சதை பார்ப்பியா இல்லை ஒரு குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் கேம் பார்ப்பியா? அதான் எனக்கு தெரில. அதிக பேருக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னா ஓட்டிங் ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணி அதை மட்டுமே வச்சு இது பண்ணிடலாம்ல. ஜட்ஜுன்னு அத்தனை பேர் பேனல்ல போட்டு அவங்களையும் தானே செலக்ட் பண்ண சொல்றாங்க ப்ரோ. அந்த கேம் இஸ் ஸ்கேம் ப்ரோ.
All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with Apep?
Okay,
For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't... I'm alright, Paimon. Huh?
Hey,
Nahida's
Nahida!
It seems the treatment was
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
என்ன மாதிரி பிரேம்டா இது? எங்க என்ன மாதிரி ஃப்ரேமுங்க அது? நக்கீடா பின்னாடி ஏபப் டிராகன் இந்த சைடு. ஓ மை காட், என்னடி பயமுறுத்திட்ட?
Here will do just fine.
கேபேஜ் வந்துருச்சு, குட்டி கேபேஜ்.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are
Awake
more resilient
already.
than I thought.
Pep, I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Earth... If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be...
I understand what you require. But I would assume this task even if you did not demand. Sumeru is my responsibility.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
In the evening, நான் லைவ் போடுவேன் NT லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம்.
Then hold steady. We go.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to...
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
இந்த ஃப்ரேம் தான் ட்ரைலர்ல வந்துச்சோ. ஃப்ரீயா இருக்குன்னா வாங்க, அவ்வளவுதான்.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived, but...
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Booer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply...
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has...
Hold on, just hold on, okay?
Yay!
We're almost there.
அது சரி.
We made it.
ஏய், நீங்க எல்லாம் என்னடா பண்றீங்க?
Wait, careful. Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
ஐயோ, செம பண்ணா இருக்கே.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are...
Huh? Wait.
என்னடா பண்றீங்க அரணாடா?
Obviously, I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends? Awesome! Let's go! Well, first
Okay, எல்லாம் நடந்ததெல்லாம்
I
சொல்றேன்.
think that covers everything.
அங்க போலாம்.
Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Voluka. Is everyone back in Vanaran? Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to... Then you're forgetting who I am. Red Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too! Just let me know where I'm needed.
Together, the Lord of Trentro. என்னது
Up to no good? That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take part. No problem? Thank you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be... Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful of dreams.
அது சரி இதுக்கும் கவலைப்படாதீங்க எல்லாத்தையும் பகுதிங்க
We will Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro Archon, you're back.
Are you recovering all right? You must...
I'm doing very well. I see. Using the power of Aru, it's a sound plan. I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in, it's impossible to access.
Alas, we had feared this may be...
What about non-traditional?
Non-traditional?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for...
என்ன இது ஓகே குடு 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 கேரவன் ட்ரைபட் குடு 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 குடு
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever...
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same...
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were...
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you. Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What's that he's looking at? A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for... Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am? What are you doing in Caravan Rebat all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Corps of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when
I understand. Well, sir, is there...
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride?
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take it.
All right, thanks. Let me know.
No need for that.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into some...
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back?
I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure...
Oh, really?
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them.
Ah, no one... Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to say.
Okay, அந்த ஓல்ட் காயினை காமிச்சு இதை வந்து நீங்க செல் பண்ணி கொடு. இது ஹை வேல்யூ ஐட்டம்.
Pure gold. That's quite...
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be...
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings.
So
that'll be why he's going with that story. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands?
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well...
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What?
This is the coin? Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's mantra are a...
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogations.
Hers are quickly catching up. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Yeah.
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity.
Fine.
One more thing.
Fine.
The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this...
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be quiet?
Paimon, are you sure?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try... Besides, being the best guide into that has to count for something. This should be it.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong...
No need! Paimon will be super...
Good. Then what are we waiting for?
Paimon
Let's
தனியா
go.
போகுது ஒரு மிஷனுக்கா?
Coming!
Behold! Quit following me. We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool.
What's on your mind?
Huh? Oh.
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Traveler's side. Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen.
Oh, that guy? Do you think Paimon is useless?
அட பாவி.
What? Where's that?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with the Traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help.
பாவம்டா.
Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the Traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? What would Paimon... And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful.
பாவம்.
Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and...
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
என்னையும் இப்படிதான்டா தூக்கி போட்டாங்க.
I'm not going to try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices.
Give up
change. Or change. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, so ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can... Something's not right. Paimon, is it just me?
Should Paimon...
We'll give it another hour. If not...
Okay. How strange. We've been here for ages. What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up. Yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or...
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least...
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. Unless... This feels...
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Thank you all
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that its time has taken many things away, but that which remains is...
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprised. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusanali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon has far from fully resolved the...
Oh no! So even a Pep's power didn't work? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well. The issue is how closely I am tied to Irminsul. And Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows.
Regrettably,
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irminsul. Right now, we're all in quite a sorry state.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength in this moment.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people...
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Koti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru.
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Tevat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, after the Heavenly Principles arrived, the power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information. Since then, everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendro Archon, I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Tevat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Notcry, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route, by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restored.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must fight.
And this is why you need...
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Ahmar's legacy. All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. The scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irminsul and invest. Unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. To reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them your blessing in this endeavor.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the...
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with.
Well...
Hey, என்னதுனே இது ஸ்டார்ட்டடா அப்ப இது கூட என்ன எரியுது
Master Tainari!
Is this... How did this happen? Luckily, we managed to evacuate...
What in the world was that?
Oh my. I understand.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted as...
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottore's will...
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full...
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the...
But didn't Dottore die and not cry? How is he still in... He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so,
I can confirm that Fatui forces have a... Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world. Sorry. I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty... But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't... He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
There is still much to be done. Everyone, please...
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kade, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will...
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for modifying the terminal.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hack Guy, and they've agreed...
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed.
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right...
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed. Ms. Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangamabe.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the...
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take...
Dia, Candace, and Nefer. You'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties.
You bet.
Good. I believe that covers everything. Tainari will provide ad hoc support as needed, if that...
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you—
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as backup, I doubt they're—
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru and Natlan. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to the Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off, so regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves.
Right. Especially you, Dendro Archon. I'm sure you're still feeling—
Don't worry about me. Dendro dragons like us. We'll be there every step of the way. Yes. I believe in myself. Well.
போலாம் வாங்க நம்ம நாட்லானுக்கு போறோம். நாட்லானுக்கு போறோம்.
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured.
Yeah, no surprise.
Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue to use their existing— This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though. Many groups of people were never issued Akasha terminals, including mercenaries, the desert folk.
We'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these locally is from the primal constructs with— Time is not on our side here. It's gonna be—
The Aru merge and renovation project will have to be carried out by you two. Everything's riding on this, so as discussed, General Mahamatra Sino and Mr. Hat Guy will source the required materials. Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials arrive.
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp?
It's just Sino being Sino.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use. Thoth's words.
Futile! Way ahead of you! Our sage's wisdom! Wretched vermin! Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Excuse me? Futile!
The wind rises.
Surrender! Give some space. Futile! Move or be you're dead! Everything
Was futile.
Surrender! Through me, justice is served! You stand condemned! Nowhere to run! Futile! Nowhere to run! Give me some space! wisdom! Surrender! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Pointless. Nowhere to run! Excuse me? Well played. Judgment is upon you. You stand condemned. Way ahead of you. Surrender. Give some space. Move or be moved. Way ahead of you. That was too slow.
I need a heal. Hi bro, புதுசா பாக்குறீங்கன்னா subscribe பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க.
You dare to gaze upon me? Excuse me? Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served. Behold. Squall and fury. Way ahead of you. The sage's wisdom. Surrender. Unsightly insane.
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
Following me. Give it some space. The wind rises. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. Way ahead of you. To our squall and fury. Surrender. The wind rises. Know your place. Through me, justice is served.
How many do we need again?
Enough to make an Akasha terminal for...
I remember you telling me how revolutionary these Akasha terminals were.
The Academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom dissemination system in history.
Certainly sounds impressive.
Neither Hat Guy nor I have ever had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about...
என்ன பண்ணணும் guys?
Oh, goody! Thank you so much for handling the delivery. What a long way it was. I'm well aware what a bumpy, dangerous journey it must have been. Now, I would have loved to oversee the process myself, but of course... Oh, trust me. I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply, but will you really be needing all of this? According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only...
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. The Academia, of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to output the power of the...
Did you attend the lecture on light realm energy, Madame Farzan? I don't believe I saw...
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back door. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of light realm, elemental, and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between...
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between light realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so...
Well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone...
At first, the Dendro Archon was reluctant to explain it in great depth for safety reasons. Later, she came to terms with it, and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of... To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark. But for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand its very essence. It's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger just by knowing the facts. And just like bait, it looked a tricky problem. But today, this big problem has been broken down into many smaller, more trivial ones.
What do you mean? Ah, I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Hey, what? That is not what I call a... Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal, I have to disagree. It's hard...
In other words, the big problem of survival has been broken down into many small, interconnected factors, and each one of us represents one of those factors. When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together. Most people would find this unimaginable. But to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that. All right. I think that's everything.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
Modification.
Okay, the materials are... Alhaitham, how are you getting...
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a...
Oh. Not lost to history.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of relate... Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the...
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here.
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it you can't read it unless you don't read it? Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a
chessboard.
விளையாடணும்னு மட்டும் சொல்லிராதீங்க.
The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom,
I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading and writing all that?
Ah, it's you three. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhesha...
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready. Only by completing the challenge on the board in accordance with the rules will you be permitted to overwrite Aru.
1 second. It's not...
Dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to...
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe...
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so...
but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whipper...
Thank you. Obviously, this doesn't seem like ordinary chess.
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
அங்க பண்ணலாம். என்ன பண்ணோம்?
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
But the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct, living on in suitcase form of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work. Now is the time for my trial.
Oh,
now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே லைன்ல இருக்க கூடாது.
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
எப்படி போறது? I think he can do it. இவன் வந்து இது பண்ணலாம்.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
எல்லாத்தையும் தள்ளி தள்ளி வச்சிருவோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் பண்றேன். அவ்வளோதான். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இவன் அல்லேதம் வேலை முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. சும்மா கொஞ்ச நேரம் இருந்தது. இப்போ இவனோட வேலை தான்.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Alhaitham, what are you thinking?
If you don't want to wait, you're free to leave.
I never wanted to wait in the first place! Chessboard gave me no choice.
If you say so.
Hey, போதும்டா.
Done.
Finally. It's over. But seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different. Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you...
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo!
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it
So, building upon the existing functions to...
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my! Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose...
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida! There you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and
Yes, Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out.
She is. Well, time for...
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It complete, but why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once.
வந்துட்டாடா.
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice.
Mawika.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Mawika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it
Okay
at
guys,
length.
நான் இதோட இந்த லைவ்
We
முடிக்க
both
வேண்டிய
know
நேரம்
how
வந்துருச்சு.
You need
கரண்ட்
the
இல்லையா வீட்ல?
pyronosis, don't you?
Yes. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw.
அது
So
சரி.
instead, what I ask of you is...
Why do you sound...
Surely a gnosis is
I guess, but I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods, as far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm...
Yeah.
So, you see? You don't need to sweat it. Here, take the
Yay!
pyronosis.
Malvika the Great.
Uh-huh. Just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving... I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade...
Are you sure about this?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the Gnosis to Tumaini is far from the crate. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to... Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat.
Malvika the Great.
I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, you don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the Gnosis is involved, the
Marika, my heartfelt thanks go to...
But now, for the hard part.
இது நான் எப்படி கொடுப்பேன் உனக்கு?
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible.
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same might be true.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a Descender, Irminsul contains no records of him, and thus has no way to impede him.
Is that right? You really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't...
I have the pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
The Gnosis disappeared.
I'm fine. The pyronosis disappeared into my body.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumaini.
Whew.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Malika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can.
We won't let you down.
Yeah. We aren't about to lose.
Okay guys, இதோட நம்ம முடிப்போம். கரண்ட் இல்ல. Bye bye. Next live ல பாப்போம்.